Wait, The Karate Kid is a Halloween movie? That's the question I found myself asking after a recent rewatch. And not just because of the skeleton costumes or the school dance. Something deeper going on here. Something about masks, identity, maybe even transformation. And that's what makes this 1984 classic film surprisingly seasonal. Today, let's jump in to why The Karate Kid might just deserve a spot on your October movie watch list. We'll start with the obvious. Yeah, there is a Halloween dance. And Daniel does wear an embarrassingly ugly shower costume. And Johnny and the Cobra Kai crew dress as skeletons, chasing him down in a scene that feels straight out of a horror flick. But if that's all it was, we'd file it under movies with a Halloween scene and move on. But The Karate Kid doesn't just use Halloween as a backdrop. It uses it as a turning point. It's the moment that Daniel stops hiding. Literally, he steps out of the shower costume, takes a risk, and pays for it. Painfully so. But it's also the moment Mr. Miyagi steps in. The protector, the mentor, the anchor. Now here's where things get interesting. Halloween's traditionally a time when the veil between worlds is thin. In folklore, it's when spirits cross over, when identities blur, when masks reveal more than they hide. And in The Karate Kid, that's exactly what happens. Daniel's costume hides him, but it also isolates. The Cobra Kai skeletons aren't just bullies. They're symbolic of fear, of conformity, of aggression. And when Mr. Miyagi intervenes, it's not just a rescue. It's a spiritual interruption, a moment of grace. From that point on, Daniel begins a transformation, not just physically through training, but emotionally, spiritually. He learns discipline, humility, and balance. And Halloween marks the death of the old Daniel, the reactive, insecure kid, and the beginning of something new. Mr. Miyagi isn't just a martial arts teacher. He's a spiritual figure. He speaks in parables, teaching through silence, anchoring Daniel in something deeper than revenge. And his arrival on Halloween night, maybe that's not an accident. In many traditions, Halloween's a time for ancestors, for wisdom passed down, for confronting darkness with light. Miyagi embodies that. He doesn't just fight off the skeletons, he dismantles the worldview they represent, and he invites Daniel into a new way of being. So why revisit The Karate Kid in October? Because it's not just a coming-of-age story. It's a coming-into-light story about facing your fears, shedding your mask, and finding a mentor who sees the sacred in the ordinary. It's got all the Halloween ingredients: costumes, confrontation, a dark night of the soul, a spiritual guide, and a transformation that begins in the shadows. Plus, it's a reminder that strength isn't about domination, but about balance, about knowing when to fight and when to bow. So next time you're out there curating a watch list for Halloween, maybe you can throw The Karate Kid into the mix. Not just for nostalgia, but for a sort of unconventional deeper cut. Because sometimes the scariest thing isn't the skeletons chasing us. It's the fear that we'll never become who we're meant to be.